The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was telling us that we are not dealing with a God that is out there in space or a devil that's somewhere under the ground. The manifestation of one is the manifestation of another. If the devil is in human form, then God is also in such form. This is so hard for the world to accept, that God is a reality, that God is a live human being. You say, but if he's a live human being, does he get tired? Does he hunger? Does he thirst? Surely God is above need of all of his creatures. The Quran says he neither slumbers nor does sleep overtake him. The Quran says the maintenance of the heavens and the earth does not tire him. But the Quran uses the personal pronoun him, he. It never uses the neuter gender, it. Yet we don't want to believe that God can be seen if he desires to be. The Bible says 3 men met Abraham in the plains of Mamre, and one of them was the Lord. And Abraham said, Lord, if I have found favor in your sight, pass not away from me. He summoned Sarah to get food because he wanted to feed the Lord. Evidently, he ate. He said, Lord, sit down, rest yourself. Evidently, he had something to sit down on. The Bible said he had eyes, and he beheld the wicked. The Quran said he has ears. Wherever there are 2 of you, I am the 3rd. Wherever there are 3 of you, I am the 4th. Wherever there are 5 of you, I am the 6th, or more or less, or greater or lesser in number. I am always present. God speaking. He's referred as the king, the ruler. He has compassion. He's beneficent. He's merciful. He's forgiving. These are not the attributes of something. These are the attributes and qualities of the human being. But flesh and blood dies, but Allah does not die. Right. Well then, how doesn't Allah die? I as an individual die. We as a people live. You can't find no beginning to man. We didn't begin in Africa. I don't care how much you study in East Africa, that is not our origin. So I refuse to let you limit me to some continent. Well, where are you from then? Said when Allah created himself, so teaches the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. It took almost 2 trillion years to bring him out of darkness. There was no measure for time. That's why they say in the beginning. When was the beginning? Who knows? Nobody was there but God. And he was making himself up in the darkness. Self-created. Coming out of the womb of darkness. So teaches the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. After coming out of darkness, he takes the color out of himself, out of the darkness out of which he emerged. So black is not a color. It is the essence from which all color comes. Black is not national. When you truly deal in blackness, you're not dealing in nationalism. You're dealing in the true universality of things. Because there was nothing in the beginning but darkness. So darkness was the universe. Darkness was universal until God said, "Let there be." And he brought light out of darkness. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that after Allah created himself, his first act was to study himself. And in himself, he found a second self. And that second self he brought out from himself. That second self of God is called woman. Before there was sun, before there were moon, before there were stars, before there was man, there was God and woman. And woman is a part of God and is God. You can leave it or take it. Sit down. Woman is not man's property. Woman is God's essence. So you gotta be careful how you treat a woman. You gotta be careful how you talk to a woman, how you walk with a woman, because what you're doing is you're walking with the second self of God. How could she be the second self of God and not contain the essence of what she came from? The Bible puts it in a crude way. Adam was there, then God went inside and took the rib and formed the woman out of the self of the man. Crude. The Quran says it. Allah created man from a single essence, and from that same essence he created his mate of the same kind. The single essence from which man came is the God himself. He's single, he is one, he's incomparable, he's unique, he's matchless. There's none like him. So from one, he went into self and brought out of self a second self, that from self he could reproduce self ad infinitum. This is why in the Quran, Mary is the 19th surah. Because the secret of God is contained in the woman. That's why Samson said, if you had not plowed with my heifer, you would not have found the secret of my riddle. Not only is the riddle in Samson's woman, but the riddle of God is found in woman. And we're so busy looking over her, mistreating her, treating her as an object of pleasure rather than an object of awe and deep respect.